Happy graduation!
Professional.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Something different.
He's the oldest.
I didn't make that
Hey guys, come on. Yeah.
Good morning. If you're able, please stand for the national anthem.
Still
Please be seated. Before we begin, I'd like to address a few housekeeping items. There are additional seats scattered about in various spots, so if you haven't found one and would like to, toward the back on that end and that end, there are a few spots left. A water station is available at the back of the tent. Restrooms are available in the Gideon Wells Dining Commons, which is the building directly through that side of the tent. We have photographers taking photos of each student as they come off the stage with their diploma, so we ask that you do not impede that process. Photographers will also be available after the ceremony to take family group photos if you would like. Please look for them to be set up in the back of the field, closer to Woodbury Court. In addition, today's ceremony is being recorded and will be available on our website in a few days. Lastly, we invite you all to a delicious brunch in the Gideon Wells Dining Commons after commencement. Now, without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Junhong Andy Chen. Andy has been a wonderful member of our community over the last 3 years. He spent his time here at CA making connections, building long-standing relationships with both his peers and the faculty. Quick with a smile, full of sincerity and care, Andy is a friend to everyone. He will be dearly missed and remembered fondly. Andy will be attending the University of California, San Diego in the fall. Please welcome Junhong Andy Chen.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Wilper, members of Board of Trustee, faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, family members, friends, alumni, and my fellow graduates. Welcome to Cheshire Academy's Class of 2025 Commencement. Thank you. It's not done yet, not done yet. Yeah. I just want to express my sense of appreciation here. So, here we are. Senior year, the last line. The end of a journey that seemed to be simultaneously speed by and stand still. It's funny because we had no idea what to expect when we first stepped through the Cheshire doors as young, curious freshmen. While some of us were nervous, others were thrilled for a new chapter. Still, others like me, well, we had no clue what we were getting into. But now, we finally reached this point together after many late night studying, challenges, a lot of laughter, and a few tears. Even though today is everything about future, I think it's important to pause and reflect on how we get here. We've all experienced events like that, if we're being honest, have molded us in ways that will likely still be analyzing years from now. I want to take you all back to one of those times, a time that's very memorable to me. I came to CA as a sophomore. At the time, I was still attending an international school in Shanghai. My parents and I had planned to transfer to another international school in the city, but right after I withdrew from my previous school, COVID hit. Shanghai went into a 3-month lockdown, and nearly every school either postponed their admissions with no clear date in sight or canceled the application tests and interviews altogether. And somehow, I ended up here. I like to think of it as destiny. CA took me in when I was at a dead end. Sophomore year flew by. I started exploring things I'd always wanted to try, still feeling a bit lost and uncertain. I questioned my entire existence after one of those Mr. Schnur's math tests. Nearly collapsed during a cross-country meet that felt like it would never end. I played drums in orchestra and theater. We had a giant binder of over 50+ songs that last over 2 hours and slowly drained our soul away. I ran for class officer for the first time, not knowing what I was doing, but still willing to try anyway. And what really made that year meaningful was the people who shaped it. Ms. Rozek, with her honesty, was always backed by genuine care. My cross-country teammates, who cheered me on when I wanted to give up. Friends in orchestra, who made late-night rehearsals bearable with inside jokes and common exhaustions. Junior years hit even harder. It wasn't until 3 months into the semester that I realized I was actually suffering. With a full IB course load, the difficulty of studying went on exponentially. Life wasn't as easy as my sophomore year. Suddenly, my peers started to rely on me as I used to rely on them, like last year's upperclassmen. Junior year was a wake-up call, demanding from me more than I had expected. Yet, guidance from teachers and camaraderie from friends helped me navigate even though tough at times. Every one of them helped me in small but powerful ways, giving me confidence when I have none, reminding me who I was when I feel lost, and encouraging me to keep going. As I look back on those 3 years, I can see how far I've gone, how much I've learned, and how much I've been shaped by the people and experiences around me. To my fellow graduating classmates, my advice is simple. Embrace the unexpected. Rarely does life goes on as planned, yet occasionally the unexpected proves to be what we just need. Keep an open mind, maintain your curiosity, and never undervalue the influence of those around you. The lessons you've learned and the warmth you received will be your compass when your path ahead appears unclear, so keep them with you as you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andy. It is both my professional pleasure and a personal pleasure to introduce this year's extra special commencement speaker, Cheshire Academy's own Julie Anderson. Julie holds a BA and an MA from Wesleyan University, as well as an MED from Southern Connecticut State University. Julie began her 22-year career at Cheshire Academy as a mid-year, long-term substitute Spanish teacher. Across her unprecedented tenure, she devoted herself to the language department, was the head of our beloved middle school, served as chair of the academic committee and assistant head of school for academic affairs. In 2017, Julie became the first woman to be Cheshire Academy's head of school. The hallmarks of Julie's leadership of Cheshire Academy were a deep commitment to making this a place where all who believed in our mission felt they belonged, and a deep love for the school. It was Julie who best articulated and made a generation of students and faculty believe that this place is special. Julie also raised her family on this campus, including 2 Cheshire Academy alumni, CA employee Miss Jenna Denemy, class of 2019, and Camden, class of 2023. This summer, Julie is taking on a new leadership role as head of school at the Rectory School in Pomfret, Connecticut. We could not be prouder to have Julie help us cap off this year as our graduation speaker. Please welcome Julie Anderson.
Good morning. Honored guests, families, colleagues, and most importantly, members of the class of 2025. It is a true gift to stand here before you today, sharing in the joy, pride, and possibility that fill this tent. To the families who have entrusted your children to this community, thank you for your partnership and for your faith. To the faculty and staff, your dedication, your care, and your countless unseen efforts have shaped these graduates in ways that will echo for a lifetime. And to the alumni who remind us that once you are a cat, you are always a cat. Thank you for returning to welcome the next generation to your fold. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to Head of School Tom for inviting me back home to speak to you this morning. Tom, your vision and energy are already inspiring this campus, and it is an honor to share this milestone with you and the entire Cheshire Academy family. I left campus on December 23rd, and my heart broke a little bit as I drove away. I realized just as I think you graduates have, that it was time to move on, and the excitement of a new adventure made my separation a little bit easier. Still, Cheshire had been my home for 23 years. My family and I were embraced by this community, and I am deeply, deeply grateful for the love and care that we received. Through the various roles that I was fortunate to hold here, I learned and grew in ways that I could never imagine. Since moving to Maine, I've had a few opportunities to return to Connecticut. On my first visit, I couldn't bring myself back to campus. I just wasn't ready. But as time passed, I gained clarity and perspective, and I realized how much I missed this community. I came to really understand that home is a place that you leave when you're ready to spread your wings, but it's also the place that you can always return to. Home is where you'll always feel a sense of belonging and where you'll always be welcomed back. I share this, graduates, because the same is true for you. You may feel ready to move on, and I know you are. You are well prepared and ready to move to college, and some of you may be eager to leave Cheshire Academy behind. But know that this place will always be here to welcome you back. In the 6 months that I've been away, I have missed this place, my home, more than I ever anticipated. Yet stepping away has taught me something important. It reminded me that every chapter in our lives must come to an end, and that's a natural part of our story. My time at Cheshire Academy was a cherished chapter that helped shape who I am, but my story will continue as I embrace a new adventure. I hope that you, class of 2025, carry this understanding with you. As you move forward, remember that you do so grounded in the gifts and lessons of this community. Your journey is ongoing and it is full of possibility. I know the excitement and restlessness that comes with this day. You are ready to chase your dreams, to test your wings, to discover what the world has in store for you. But as you look ahead, I hope you will also look back with appreciation and gratitude for your Cheshire Academy experience. Remember your peers, the friends who have challenged you, supported you, laughed with you. Remember your teachers, coaches, dorm parents, and the countless staff who have supported you. The mentors who saw your potential and helped you become the person you are today. I think of my own colleagues here whose unwavering support, wisdom, and kindness have profoundly shaped me in ways that I could never imagine as both a leader and a human being, and I am deeply grateful to them. It is my hope, graduates, that you too will carry the same sense of gratitude for those who have helped you grow as you move on to your future. I have just a few truths to share that I have learned, both here and in the world beyond Cheshire Academy. Just 4. Number 1, listen to your gut. Your intuition is a compass forged by your experiences, your values, and your dreams. Trust it. Number 2, people will only treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. Set your boundaries. Stand strong in your self-worth. Respect yourself and demand respect from others. Number 3, stay true to your values. In a world that sometimes recognizes expedience over integrity, let your moral compass guide you. Stand up for yourself, and just importantly, stand up for others. Remember the importance of global citizenship. The Academy has always been a pioneer, welcoming students of all faiths, backgrounds, and identities, long before it was common or easy to do so. Carry that spirit forward. The world needs your openness, your curiosity, and your courage. And off script, I married a math teacher because there are 5 points, not 4. Thanks, Tom. So number 5, be bold. In a world often lacking compassion and humanity, be the one that brings both. Take risks for what is right. Belonging is not a bad word. Off script again. Belonging means that if you are in a wheelchair, you have access. Belonging means that if you have attention deficit disorder, you can get support you need in the classroom or without. Belonging means that you make room at the table for everyone. Belonging does not mean anyone has to lose. Belonging is about making space because there is room for everyone. Please, if you remember nothing else about me, there's nothing important to remember about me, but please remember that. And please carry that forward in what you do in the world. You are all the embodiment of Cheshire Academy's core values: belonging, collaboration, engagement, and growth. You have learned that belonging is not about fitting in, but about making space for others to be seen and valued. You have discovered the power of collaboration, of working together across differences to achieve something greater than any one of us could achieve alone. You have engaged deeply with your studies, your passions, and your community, and you have grown, not just in knowledge, but in character, empathy, and resolve. As you leave this tent and step forward into the world, remember you are never truly leaving Cheshire Academy. This place, these people, these values, they are woven into who you are. Carry them with you and let them guide you as you shape your corner of the world. Class of 2025, be brave, be kind, and be bold. And know that wherever you go, you will always have a home here. Congratulations.
Thank you, Julie. Cheshire Academy wishes you all the best at the Rectory School, and we look forward to you sending us students in the near future. Would Mr. Wolper and Mr. Kwan please join me? The Armando Somoza Class of 2008 Award is given in memory of Armando Somoza. Expressing determination to grow not only academically, but in all areas, Armando arrived at Cheshire Academy from Venezuela for a postgraduate year. He embraced the culture of Cheshire Academy, choosing to participate on 3 varsity teams: soccer, wrestling, and lacrosse, the latter 2 of which he had never played before. In addition, Armando demonstrated growth as a scholar, entering a combined engineering program at Clark and Columbia before his unfortunate and untimely passing. This award is therefore given to that postgraduate student who has embraced the values of Cheshire Academy, exemplified by the 8 Pillars of Bowdoin, who has displayed significant academic growth, and who has participated enthusiastically in the extracurricular life of the school, earning the recognition and admiration of both the faculty and their peers. This year's recipient of the Armando Somoza Class of 2008 Award is Kamari Brown. Thank you, Mr. Kwan. Thank you, Mr. Wolper. It is now my honor to introduce our salutatorian for the class of 2025, Phuong Flora Nguyen. Flora arrived on campus 4 years ago as a 9th grader from Da Nang, Vietnam, and she quickly sought to make connections with members across our diverse community. Building on those many deep relationships, Flora has excelled in her role as a student leader, as well as in the classroom. She has won several academic awards, including the 2024 Austin A. Nadeau Advanced Math Prize, the Edwin D. Chubb Jr. English Prize, and the Rensselaer Medal in Math and Science. She has also been a member of the fencing team and the National Honor Society, and she has contributed to a winter musical and numerous community weekends. Flora plans to study computer engineering at the Georgia Institute of Technology in the fall. Please give one more warm welcome to Phuong Flora.
Good morning, everyone. I don't know if there's a right way to start high school, but I'm pretty sure I kicked mine off with a lot of confusion and awkwardness. When I first got here from Vietnam at the start of my freshman year, I didn't feel ready. I felt like a snail on its first mountain climb. Excited, yes, but mostly slow and confused. My mom already often calls me a snail back home because I do everything spectacularly slowly. And on my first day at CA, inching nervously through new hallways, I realized my legendary Viet mom was right as always. I was born and raised in Da Nang City in Vietnam, known for its majestic coasts and mountains. And one of the things I miss most being far from home is the occasional hikes my mom and I used to take up the Marble Mountains. The first time we went, I was about 8 years old, and it was the worst decision I've made in my first 8 years of living. I realized I was terrible at hiking. I tripped like twice, overheated immediately because of the weather. At one point, I asked my mom if I could take a nap on a rock because my dramatic legs were done. And the reason I'm telling you the story is because I feel like the journey of growth is like hiking a mountain. At first, every step is unfamiliar. New school, new language, new food, new everything. And then comes the challenges of falling behind, trying to make friends, figuring out who you are and where you belong. And it's not just me. We've all had our own versions of this climb. We've all have our dreams, goals, and versions of ourselves we're chasing. We all have felt lost when the path feels steep, and we question ourselves if we're even heading in the right direction, wondering if we'll ever get there. But then something simple happened. I stopped whining to my mom and I looked back, and I noticed two things. First is all the steps I had taken. I'm here to remind you that sometimes you have to just stop, turn around, look at how far you've come. The summit might still be out of sight, but looking back at where you began is just as striking. You might still feel far from where you want to be, but the distance you've already traveled is something to be proud of. And what I've come to believe is that in any pursuit, academics, sports, arts, music, it's not about sprinting to the summit, but it's more about enjoying the process. It's about those waypoints along the way where you take a breath, look back, and realize, wow, I've made it through that. You truly have come a long way. The second thing I noticed was the view. I saw my whole city, majestic yet tiny, like I could hold it in the palm of my hand. I could see the tall buildings clustered and glowing at the center, surrounded by scattered homes that grew smaller and smaller as they stretched away from the city center. And I realized that even though we all live in the same city, we live very different lives. We start from different places. I thought about how lucky I am to be one of the few with the opportunity to study abroad, to experience the struggles of adapting to a new country. While there are just some who are just hoping to go to school every day, to afford food, and to live a full life. While hiking, you will always see people who had a head start, but there are also many who began far behind. And our time at CA has also felt like a climb. Some of us arrived with resources, confidence, and direction. Others arrived with personal challenges, new languages, and unfamiliar surroundings. But one of my favorite sayings is, even if you're just a snail, if you can make it to the top of a mountain, the view you see is just as breathtaking as what an eagle sees. A lot of the time, we carry the fear of not being good enough, smart enough, or anything enough. And we begin to compare ourselves to others who seem to be ahead. But everyone has to start somewhere, and it doesn't matter where you began. What matters is that you started, you showed up, and you kept moving. We kept trying to see how far a limit can be, to see what opportunities are coming to us, to see how good the view can get. And I'm not standing here today because I've reached a summit. Like all of you, I'm still climbing. We each have our own mountains, our own passions, goals, our dreams. And I hope this speech serves as a waypoint, a moment to pause, to look back on the steps you have taken, and to remember why we started in the first place. And now, as we reach the edge of this chapter and look toward whatever's next, I want to say this. Keep going, keep pausing, and keep appreciating. Not to compete with anyone else, but not to prove something, but to see how far you can go, because you have no idea what kind of view is waiting for you. Because one day, when you look back, you'll see that every stumble, every sweaty step, and every quiet moments of doubt was part of the path that brought you here. Thank you, and I'm so proud we have made it this far. Thank you.
Thank you, Flora. Would Mr. Kwan and Mr. Wolper please join me again to assist with our first set of graduate awards? Would Trustee Dr. William Pettit also please join Mr. Wolper for our first award? The Jennifer Hawk Pettit Book Award. Jennifer Hawk Pettit's extraordinary gifts as a nurse, health educator, and caring individual helped her students every day. Mrs. Pettit always saw the unique potential of every individual with whom she interacted. Through her remarkable nursing expertise, wisdom, and nurturing ability, Mrs. Pettit helped guide our students from young adolescents, often lacking self-confidence and emotional maturity, into confident, self-assured, and caring graduates. She helped them develop new strengths and cultivate the ability to address their own healthcare needs and daily challenges, while encouraging and modeling caring and kindness in the community. Recipient of this year's award is Kaylee Durkin. Thank you, Dr. Pettit. The Cheshire Academy Alumni Association Cup is given to that member of the graduating class who has been outstanding both in quality of academic work and in their contributions to non-athletic extracurricular activities. The recipient of this award is Gwen Gersick-Seward. The Michael A. Vanacore Award is given to that member of the graduating class who has taken proper advantage of the opportunities available at Cheshire Academy and has made a significant contribution to both the athletic program and the community as a whole. The recipient of this award is Jack McCluskey. The Jeffrey Thomas Marshall Scholarship Award is given annually in honor of Jeffrey Thomas Marshall. Jeff wanted to be remembered as one who loved life. This award is given to that member of the graduating class who best exemplified Jeff's love of life, tenacity in the face of challenge, genuine concern for others, and determination to improve academically. The recipient of this award is Seyong Veronica Moon. Would Mrs. Karen Smith please join us on the stage? Karen J. Smith Scholarship Award for Scholastic Improvement is named in honor of Mrs. Smith, a beloved 45-year faculty veteran who sees the potential for success in everyone. Given the orientation of her life's work, nothing could be more fitting than to present this award to a graduating student who has shown the greatest academic improvement, keeping in mind the enduring message she always conveys to students. First, that you can often achieve more than you think, and second, that you should not be satisfied until you have done your very best. The recipient of this award is Cameron Wagner. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. Would Mrs. Leah Stansel please join us at the podium? The Leah Stansel Award is newly named in honor of the founding director of the Roxbury Academic Support Program 25 years ago. Mrs. Stansel was a tireless champion of student growth. This award goes to that member of the graduating class who has best improved their opportunities at the Academy, usually a student who has shown improvement either as a citizen or a student or both over a period of several years. The recipient of this award is Azaria Nakarado. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Stansel. Thank you, Mr. Wolper. Thank you, Mr. Kwan. It is now my honor to introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2025, Chirag Pahelajani. native of Jamaica, Chirag was valedictorian at Heinz Simon School and joined us as a junior so that he could complete the IB diploma program. A young man with a quest for knowledge, Chirag has been engaged at Cheshire Academy since his arrival, both embracing and enriching our diverse community. A leader on campus, he is a dorm prefect, founder and president of our Ethics Bowl Club, and a member of the Citizenship Committee. Chirag is also a peer tutor. A top student, Chirag was the recipient of the Harvard Book Award, the James B. McGowan Science Prize, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Chirag will be attending Drexel University in the fall on a pre-med track, his major of choice, chemistry. Please help me in welcoming Chirag.
If I could write a letter to myself 2 years ago, before I stepped onto the campus of Cheshire Academy as a new junior, this is what I'd say. You're going to make about 10 new friends in the first week. You'll run from dorm to dorm, eating snacks, doing homework, and wasting time watching dumb TikTok videos, laughing so hard you'd forget you're the new kid. And then, in a blink, some of those friends will leave. Transfer programs ending, life moving on. But for a little while, it'll feel like you've known them forever. You'll go to the Berlin Fair and eat 7 cups of snow cones, ride a pirate ship, and vow never to go on a ride that high again. You'll quit soccer before preseason even starts. Turns out a straight pass is not in your skill set. But you'll find another crew, and every night after dinner, you'll play intense board games with both blood and screams, and yell you'll win, but do not get cocky. You'll almost never eat a meal alone, not like you did back home. Every day, a new face, a new story, and you'll learn quickly who's worth your time. You'll discover a love for crisp red apples. Just do not eat them in Mr. Fitz's TOK class. Trust me. And you'll visit an apple orchard and fall in love with autumn, with the cold air and the crunch of leaves underfoot. You'll walk for hours just to stand by the backfields lake, or to watch the forest turn gold in the fall. You'll carve pumpkins, eat apple pie, and realize how strange and wonderful these ordinary things are to someone who grew up in a tropical country. You'll learn about German, Brazilian, Vietnamese, Korean, Bolivian, and Moldovan cultures. You'll ride the New York subway for the first time, hear live music in Central Park, and get lost for 3 hours in the Greek mythology section of the Met, and eat the best Korean barbecue, even if you got scammed out of $60. You'll try fencing, something you didn't even know existed, and you'll make more friends. You'll spend hours preparing for an ethics bowl, eventually leading your team, talk about moral dilemmas you never even imagined discussing with anyone back home. You'll form a band and play the same song at every event, Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. You'll have late-night conversations about life and aliens in the past, wandering through the backfields or huddled in the laundry room of a hole, trying to find a warm place to exist other than our dorms. You lose friends to graduation and time zones. You'll have a summer back home filled with SAT prep and nostalgia. You'll return as a senior, find new friends, read new books, get good grades. You'll do some soul searching for college essays. Shout out to Miss Bass for that, wherever you are. And you'll meet this girl. You'll spend hours with her in Vermont, on calls, at Vespucci's, and you'll love every second you spend with her. You'll hike, watch sunsets, see the northern lights with her for the first time, and just to serenade her, you'll learn to play the piano too, badly, but still. You'll go through a hard patch, facing the brutal rejections from colleges you so wanted to go to. And you'll go through a hard patch, looking around and it being all gray and cold in the winter. And you'll go through a hard patch with IB exams in the midst of the flu and sickness and personal problems. And you'll get through it because the sun comes out. Not today. You'll become prom king, and the girl that you met will be prom queen. You'll crush your IB exams. There'll be so many moments where you'll want to go home, but you'll be so grateful that you stayed. Because all these moments, so regular, so ordinary, maybe things many of you grew up with, were things I never would have experienced if I hadn't come here. That's 2 years of my life, just like that. You'll want time to go faster. That's your one mistake. Because while so much happened, it's already over. No moment, however good or bad or endless it felt, stayed. So, since I can't give this letter to my past self, I'm giving it to you. So you know how quick these ordinary moments are, how valuable they become, and how much you'll want them back someday. Savor it. Make the time go slower. Look, smell, feel, taste. Let it last. But whatever you do, don't wish the time away. It goes fast enough on its own. Oh yeah, and remember that first day on campus, when you walked on and wondered if you just might be valedictorian here? And then you brushed it off, because who are you kidding? Yeah, shut up. I want to end with a quote, unknown author. After a while, the residents of the sea don't hear the waves. How bitter it is, the story of routine. Class of 2025, listen to the waves around you. Don't let it slip you by. Thank you.
Thanks, Gerard. Would Mr. Wolper and Mr. Kwan rejoin me to assist with the next set of graduate awards? The Nicholas J. Susla Class of 1948 Book Prize is given to a student nominated by the faculty and voted on by the graduating class, and is funded by a classmate of Nicholas Susla. It is presented to the graduate who, in the estimation of their peers, has enriched the Cheshire Academy community by being an example of intellectual honesty, cultural sensitivity, and personal integrity. By choosing one of its own for this award, the graduating class acknowledges the Academy's high regard for the friendship and fellowship of the recipient. The recipient of this award is Fuang Flora Wen. The Ralph Morgan Griffiths Award is given to that member of the graduating class who, in the opinion of the faculty and voted on by the graduating class, has excelled in character, friendliness, and leadership. I think it says something about both our salutatorian and our valedictorian that the class voted both of them to win these awards. This year's winner is Chirag Pahilajani. Would Mrs. Barbara Vestergaard please join us on the stage? The Barbara Vestergaard Award is newly named in honor of one of the longest-serving employees in Cheshire Academy's history. The attributes of this award encapsulate Mrs. Vestergaard's enduring legacy at Cheshire Academy during her nearly half-century career here. This award is given to that member of the graduating class who has best exemplified the attributes of loyalty, devotion, and consideration of others. The recipient of this award is Grace Moriarty. Thank you, Mrs. Vestergaard. And would Mr. Bevan Dupre please join us on the stage? The Bevan Laurie Dupree Award is given to that member of the graduating class who for at least 3 years has given the most for the good of the Academy. They are an example of personal commitment to the school. The recipient of this award is Gia Acosta. Thank you, Mr. Dupre. The John J. White Class of 1938 Leadership Award is given to a student who exemplifies the leadership shown by former trustee John J. White during his years on the board and the Council of Overseers of Cheshire Academy. This award goes to a student who demonstrates a love of Cheshire Academy, a dedication to its values, and the willingness to be an active leader in all areas of their school life. This award embodies Mr. White's commitment to fulfilling the school's mission and living its core values. The recipient of this award is Jihu Brielle Kang. The Sheridan Plaque. The Sheridan Plaque is named in honor of West Point cadet Richard Brinsley Sheridan, Jr., and is given annually to that Cheshire Academy student who best exemplifies Sheridan's qualities of academic superiority, strong character, and athletic or extracurricular drive. This is the highest award bestowed upon a student at Cheshire Academy. The recipient of this award is Garrett Snyder. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kwan. I'm now pleased to introduce our head of school, Mr. Tom Wolper.
Good morning. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, proud parents, family members, and most importantly, the remarkable class of 2025. It is both a privilege and somewhat surreal to be standing before you today. I began my journey as head of school in January, a somewhat unconventional time to join a school. But unconventional beginnings often lead to the most meaningful journeys. I remember walking across our fantastic historic campus on that fine, cold January morning. Bowdoin Hall stood proudly as it has since 1796, a testament to the 230 years of educational tradition that preceded my arrival. Yet what struck me most wasn't the buildings or the legacy, it was you, the students of Cheshire Academy. In those first weeks and months, I discovered a community of young people who consistently rise to meet challenges, care deeply for each other and the world around them, and approach learning with intellectual curiosity and genuine heart. Over these past 5 months, the class of 2025 has consistently shown me what it means to be a Cheshire Academy cat. You've embodied our mission to develop the confidence, character, and critical thinking necessary to thrive in our interconnected world. And what a remarkable second semester of memories this has been. You remember the pride of championship victories and creative magic you brought to the stage. You carry with you the sounds of your voices in concerts, the energy of playing in rock bands, the courage it took to step onto the stage of the talent show. You opened your hearts during our International Food Festival, transforming faculty kitchens into cultural bridges as students from around the world shared their heritage through food. And you'll remember the joyful chaos of the color run and spring fling and the intellectual showcase of Academic Expo Night. Most meaningfully, I witnessed some of your senior speeches, moments of profound authenticity where you shared stories of overcoming challenges, discovering hidden strengths, and finding your voices. You reminded us that education isn't just about what you learn, it's about who you become. Your valedictorian Chirag captured this beautifully in his letter to his past self, reminding us all that these ordinary moments we sometimes wish would pass more quickly are actually extraordinary. And Flora's mountain climbing metaphor perfectly captures your journey here. Like her realization, on that marble mountain of Vietnam, you've learned to pause, look back at how you've climbed, at how far you've climbed, and appreciate both the struggle and the view. When I arrived 5 months ago, I made what some might call a bold promise or an overly optimistic declaration. I announced my Swedish Fish Challenge. I would learn every student's name by the end of the winter term. Well, class of 2025, I have a confession. While I've gotten to know many of you remarkably well, your dreams, your challenges, your incredible potential, I've fallen short of learning every name. But I'm a man of my word. At first, I planned to tape Swedish Fish underneath your seats in Oprah style, have you grab that, but the tape didn't stick because of the wet. So, when you walk off stage with your diploma in hand and your photo taken, please be sure to grab a box of Swedish Fish. Consider this a sweet reminder of the joy and spirit you brought to this campus. Before we go further, I want to recognize something truly extraordinary. Today, we celebrate not only your graduation, but also honor 3 retiring faculty members, Fran Poisson, Chip Boyd, and Butch Rogers. When we include Chip's wife, Shelley, who transformed the wrestling room into our black box theater, and Fran's wife, Patty, who has cared for a generation of CA students as school nurse, these 5 remarkable individuals together represent over 110 years of combined service to this school. 110 years, think about that. As Winston Churchill said, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. These remarkable educators have dedicated their professional lives to this place, and their legacy lives on in every student they have taught, every crisis they've helped to navigate, every moment they've made this campus feel like home. Thank you, Fran and Chip and Butch, Shelley, and Patty for your remarkable service to Cheshire Academy. Speaking of dedication, I need to share a story that perfectly captures the spirit of our school. Earlier this spring, faculty member Kate Bobson literally ran back into a burning building to ensure all CA students were safe. Let that sink in. She ran into a burning building, not away from it. Kate, would you please stand for a second? She's hating this, as you all know. But the town of Cheshire has asked me to present you with a citation recognizing your bravery and your heroism. Hey, come up. Thank you for embodying what it means to put our students first, always. But Kate's heroism is part of a larger story. The trauma of the fire brought out the very best of our entire community. In those difficult hours, you showed your truest selves, not through grand gestures, but through countless acts of kindness, support, and solidarity. That fire may have damaged a building, but it revealed the unbreakable strength of our community spirit. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge Julie Anderson, who spoke so eloquently and has served this school with extraordinary dedication for nearly 23 years. Julie, your leadership, passion, and unwavering commitment to our students have left an indelible mark. Would everyone please join me in giving Julie the recognition she deserves? Julie shared fundamental truths with you about trusting your instincts, setting boundaries, staying true to your values, embracing global citizenship, and boldly bringing compassion to the world. I want to build on her wisdom with observations of my own. First, the world is smaller than it seems, yet more complex than we imagine. You learned this firsthand, studying alongside peers from 27 countries and 15 states. As Maya Angelou said, perhaps travel cannot prevent bigotry, but by demonstrating that all peoples cry, laugh, eat, worry, and die, it can introduce the idea that if we try and understand each other, we may even become friends. Second, be bridge builders in a world that prefers walls. I've watched you navigate differences with respect and curiosity. In dining hall conversations, I've seen you disagree, often passionately, without disconnecting, a skill that may be the most important thing you take from Cheshire Academy. Third, embrace change as an opportunity, not a threat. You're entering a world where 65% of children starting primary school today will work in jobs that don't yet exist. But I'm not worried about you. You haven't just accumulated knowledge, you've accumulated adaptability, curiosity, and resilience. Fourth, I need Mr. Marshall to help me count here. Remember that leadership is about service, not status. I've watched you lead in countless ways. 12th graders who quietly helped struggling classmates, international students who became cultural bridges, and athletes who celebrated teammate successes as enthusiastically as their own. True leadership lifts others up. Fifth, find your unique way to make a difference. The world doesn't need you to be someone else. It needs you to be the best version of yourself. Yesterday at graduation rehearsal, you received a Cheshire Academy Class of 2025 banner, a gift from our Board of Trustees. This isn't just a memento, it's a reminder of your years here, a connection back to this place that shaped you, and perhaps inspiration to return for reunions. Hang it in your dorm room, your apartment, your future office. Let it remind you that you'll always be part of the CA family. The word commencement comes from Latin commencium, meaning beginning or start. It's one of the beautiful paradoxes of education, that we mark its completion by focusing on its beginning. Today isn't just the end of your time at Cheshire Academy, it's the start of something new. Class of 2025, you've added your chapter to a story that began in 1794, and you've written it beautifully. Now, you're carrying that story forward to some 70 different colleges and universities across this country and the world. Your diverse paths reflect the breadth of your talents and the strength of your preparation. Know that wherever life takes you, you'll always have a home here. a place worth returning to when it matters most, where your victories are celebrated, your challenges are met with unwavering support, where you've been prepared not merely for success, but for a life of meaning and purpose. Whether you've been part of the CA family for 4 years or just one, each of you you've been transformed by this experience and contributed to transforming others. We know you're ready to give it everything you've got. Congratulations, class of 2025. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Ready to graduate? Members of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Wolper, faculty, family, and guests, at the recommendation of the faculty, I am delighted to present the class of 2025, and I will ask that all those who have filled the requirements for graduation be granted diplomas, together with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities normally accorded alumni of Cheshire Academy. Honors of the second rank is signified by a silver cord and is earned by graduates who have achieved at least a B+ average for the year. Would these students please stand and be recognized? Honors of the first rank is signified by a gold cord and is earned by seniors who have achieved at least an A- average or better for the year. Would these students please stand and be recognized? The International Baccalaureate Diploma is signified by a gold, blue, and white cord. Would these students please stand and be recognized? Would Mr. Wolper, Board Chair Mrs. Friedman, and Mr. Kwan please assist in the awarding of diplomas? Students, after you have received your diploma, you may move your tassel from the right side to the left. All right. Gia Acosta. Oluwatobi Adeole. Daphne Layla Baum. William Bozak. Postgraduate Jet Maverick Brannion. Postgraduate Kamari Markal Brown. Jason R. Brucato. Peter Carson. Chen Junhong Andy. Emma Allen Cohen. Bogdan Vladimir Damian. Christiana DeVivo. Sophia Nunzia Della Porta. Francesca De Rosa. Emily Jerry Rose Desir. Postgraduate Carmine J. De Benedetto. Dong Jujian Ethan. Alexandra Grace Duncan. Kaylee Durkin. Monica Lily Ehrenfeld. Braden C. Elnicki. Fun Ziyu Jeremy. Feng Zhiting Helen. Taylor Grace Ferriola. Allison Fowler. Matthew I. Frazier. Dylan Fredericks. Postgraduate Gabriel Frimpong. Capri Angeline Frisora. Postgraduate Luke Gaccione. Anne Elizabeth Gersick Seward. Evan Goldberg. Quince R. Hamilton. Han Youngtan Ellen. Han Angenue Vanessa. Adam A. Jimenez. Sarah Hooper. Azaria Yasmin Johnson. Postgraduate Noah J. Caloricol. Jihu Briel Khan. Leah Haochang Johnny. In absentia, Le Yungchan Charlie. Mason D. Lopes. Le Yunhe Howard. In absentia, Tariq Mallory. Daniel Margoli. Rabia Mazar. Caitlin McCabe. Jack McCluskey. Lucy Hannah Melnick McDermott. Maya Apple McKee. Isabella Da Silva Madero. Matej Melikar. Chase Alexander Mandela. Naeem Mills Jr. Seyoung Veronica Moon. Grace Elizabeth Moriarty. Kayla Chantal Murphy. Azaria J. Nakarado. Kiet Will Hung Wen. Fuong Flora Gwen Quinn. Lucas Alexander Borges Nichols. Jungseok Justin O. Postgraduate Evan M. O'Reilly. Christopher Ortiz Jr. Evan J. Pagano. Chirag Pahilajani. Ronan Papowitz Markowski. Mason Pereira. Drew Pullen. Kirsten Reardon. Catherine Teresa Regan. Kaylin Reinhardt. Marcus Richardson. Kylie McClendon Rosen. Luca James Scarpati. Jacob Schuster. Shan Mingwan Frank. Sydney M. Sim. Garrett C. Snyder. Savannah Stanko. Nathaniel Tyler Stone. Lacey Theroux. Cameron Elizabeth Wagner. Wang Jai Celine. Wang Juanren Ricky. Betty Wesky. Margot Wesky. Postgraduate Dominic Marquise White. Adia Elizabeth Wolf. Naomi Sela Wolf. Wu Jinran Jason. Zhu Bulang Brown. Rebecca Aria Yimlamai. Yue Shengji Toby. Zhang Nayan Lisa. And Zhao Jijin Rick. Thank you, Mr. Wolper. Thank you, Ms. Friedman. Thank you, Mr. Kwan. Congratulations, graduates, to you and your families. Friends, family, faculty, trustees, the class of 2025. Would members of the chorus please join us at the front of the tent for one final performance? Thank you. What a wonderful way to cap off our commencement ceremony. As we get ready to begin our recession from the tent, I would ask that our guests please remain at your seats until the platform party, faculty, and then students have recessed out of the tent. Mrs. Longacre, Mr. Boyd, Mr. Wolper and I called a little bit of an audible because of how wet the grass is. What we'd like to do is have the handshake line for faculty go up past Woodbury and toward Mrs. Bergstrom's house on the road. So Mrs. Longacre and Mr. Boyd, students, if you could follow them that way for the handshake line. Also, as a reminder, we have photographers available for additional photos, and brunch is available in the Gideon Wells Dining Commons. Thank you. And before we head out of the tent, one more time, congratulations, graduates!